Folks, on this week's episode, we got an awesome cooking show, and Jason McKinley scores a nice turkey during bow season.
Stay tuned.
Well, we get up before the sun comes up. Thank the good Lord, hop in my old pickup truck. Chasing after that big old buck. Turkeys, tree rats, raps, and ducks. Grab my favorite old fishing pole. Head down to that old honey hole. Spending our days living off this land. The good Lord put it here with a touch of His hand. Just begging to get back out on the wild some more. It's not a hobby, it's a way of life. Lights out outdoors. Lights out outdoors.
Lights Out Outdoors is brought to you by Blue Water LED.
Blue Water LED, high performance lighting systems that will stand up to anything in the extreme outdoors.
This segment of Lights Out Outdoors is brought to you by Ridge Rocker Turkey Calls.
Folks, on this week's episode, we got some great footage coming your way. What we got, David?
We got a mouth-watering cooking show for the first two segments with Chris and Sammy, and then after that, we jump right in with Jason doing a great turkey hunt.
Tell you what, doing that filming for that cooking show, all I could smell was all that food coming up.
I know.
Couldn't wait to eat.
Let's get to it, folks.
We got Chris here with us. Chris, what are you going to cook for us today?
We're going to make a little bit of sloppy joe. I like to call it sloppy dough. So I've got my own little recipe here that I use to make the sauce, some other little ingredients. It's real simple. We're going to throw it in a cast iron skillet, throw it in the oven with some jalapeno honey cornbread on top. It's going to be pretty good. I'm going to start out opening up my ground up venison. I'm cheating this time. I usually like to take my steak, run it through the grinder.
Man.
But you know what? The butcher knows best. The good thing about the ground venison is it is nice and lean. Get the oven going back here. What I'm doing back here is I'm just starting it on brown. I'll turn around a little bit here and there and chop it up as we go because we want to get this nice and brown before we start adding our other ingredients in. I typically do this out at deer camp with a Dutch oven, but they made me come indoors today, so.
I'm sure it'll turn out just as good.
What we got here is my own little special home recipe.
You going to share that with us, or is that a family secret?
I'm going to get you close, but I can't give you all the goodness. It's
All right.
trademark. So basically some ketchup, about a cup of ketchup, a little bit of barbecue sauce, about a quarter cup of barbecue sauce. I add a pinch of garlic salt. I go and I add, it's usually to taste, so it's a matter of how much heat. It's where we get our heat from. Some chipotle peppers, ground chipotle pepper. Put it in there, is where I get my heat from. You start mixing all that up. Then we're going to add to this sauce some basic ingredients, some onions.
Onion.
Yeah, just a matter of how much you like. I'm going to tell you what, if you
Love
had
it.
smell-o-vision, this onion will knock you down. That's what you get for having summertime. A little bit of onion. I do a lot of this by look, so you can, adjust it accordingly.
Looks like about 3 or 4 tablespoons, maybe, what you put in there.
Well, about that. I'm going to probably add just a little bit more. Don't want to overpower it, that's
Yeah.
for certain. We got our meat browning behind us. A little bit of red pepper. Now, if you were doing this in a Dutch oven, like I said, I like to do it. Just put it over the campfire, get you some charcoal briquettes. Get you a nice 12-quart Dutch oven is what I use. And you want to cook at about 375 degrees, which is 9 charcoal briquettes completely lit, hot, good to go on the bottom, and 18 on top. That'll keep your Dutch oven about 375 degrees for an hour. So
Got it down to a science, don't you?
I do a little bit of cooking out inside. I like it. A little bit of
Green
green
pepper.
pepper. Yeah, I'm gonna turn around here and see how this meat's going. It's browning up pretty good. Now, you do have to watch when you're using venison. It is a lean meat. It will stick to the pan, and it will burn.
Now, you don't have to add, you don't ever add any kind of a grease or olive oil or anything to keep it from sticking, or?
Not on my ground burger. What I typically do is if I take steak at home and chop it up and grind it up into in a meat grinder, then I'll add a little bit of hamburger to it for my fat.
Yeah.
If you do have some venison and you're finding that it's sticking, a little bit of olive oil in that pan will do it great.
That deer is so lean a lot of the time it wants to stick, doesn't it?
It does.
Easy.
It likes to stick. All right, this is starting to brown. We're going to go in the oven in just a little bit, so this doesn't have to be completely brown. It's getting there, but you want it, most of the way done. So, got this melting together. Sauce is pretty much ready. Cornbread recipe. I cheat. Basic, Jiffy. Goes back to my sweet and heat profile. So I've got 2 boxes in here that I'm going to use. I probably won't use all of it, but I like to have a little bit extra just because you never know. So I want to prepare this to package instructions. So because I'm using 2, we're going to double it up. Go with 2 eggs. Now, I have found a lot of people want to take this cornbread mix it right up, throw it in the pan, throw it in the oven. It's actually better if you let this cornbread sit for a second, let all the stuff get in there. You'll actually see some air bubbles start to work. That's some of the stuff getting in there. So, like I said, package instructions. We're going to put 2/3 cup of milk in this. Then we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
Oh yeah, sweet and heat. And then I'm going to take some honey and I'm going to spread it all on top here. Once again, sweet and heat. Now this cornbread is going to be sweet and it's going to be good. So
You haven't ever tried any ghost peppers in there, have you?
I've tried it. I love it hot. Most people don't like it that hot. So we're going to get this mixed up and get it ready to go on top.
Folks, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Herd Guard presents The Fighting Block and Buck on a String. Super Deer Attractants Trophy Box Fight Over. Herd Guard has a unique blend of super attractants combined with 24 vitamins and minerals that deer crave and can't resist. Scientifically designed to attract and hold that trophy deer on your property. Log into www.herdguard.com. Herd Guard, attracting trophy box.
Blue Water LED, high-performance lighting systems that will stand up to anything in the extreme outdoors.
Before experiencing it, you won't know dependability. Unless you've drawn it, you haven't felt smooth. Until you shoot it, you've yet to be this accurate. The Matthews Creed. Rethink your possibilities.
Big deer. No, big foot. Man, can you believe that? He never even knew I was there.
This segment of Lights Out Outdoors is brought to you by Extreme Archery.
Folks, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying this cooking episode. We got a little bit more to go for you, and then we're going to jump right into Jason McKinley's nice turkey hunt.
Folks, welcome back. We're still hard at it.
All right, got the cornbread mixed up. I'm gonna put my secret recipe sloppy Joe sauce. Can't talk today, sorry. We're gonna mix this right in here. start mixing it up. We want it to melt a little bit. Once again, we're going to the oven, so need to get some time to get those flavors in there.
So your sauce, your onions, peppers, jalapenos going on top into your burger right now, mixing it all up.
All right. Now that, we're going to spread that out nice and even because we're getting ready to come with our cornbread on top. You can never, ever go wrong with meat and bread.
Absolutely.
I mean, it just don't get any better than that.
Meat, bread, and number 3, taters. You got 3 of those things, you don't need anything else.
Maybe that's the new secret ingredient. I figure I'd get some fried taters across the top of this thing.
Hey, it might work.
That might just cause a riot in the kitchen. All right, we're gonna take this and kind of spoon it on top. You don't want to get too sloppy with it because then you end up with your cornbread all the way down inside of your sloppy Joe mix.
Which you don't want, right?
Not
you want
at all.
You want a layer with the meat on the bottom and your Jiffy cornbread, sweet jalapeno mix on the top, separated.
Now, the box calls for about 20 minutes, but I like to think outside of the box. We don't know exactly how long this is going to take. It's a little bit different consistency because of the meat and the other stuff on the bottom. We're going in the oven at 400 degrees, pop it in there. We're going to, at about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, we're going to take a toothpick. We want to make sure we don't go all the way down to the meat because your toothpick's going to come out wet like that.
Right.
But you're just going to try to pop into the cornbread to see if it's done or not. And you'll be able to tell because the cornbread will get a nice little golden brown. So we're going in the oven in about 20 minutes, maybe 25 at the most. We're going to be eating some good food.
I'm ready.
All
I
right.
know everybody else is too around here.
All right, folks, we got the magic of TV. About 25 minutes has passed. We're going to go get this out of the oven and we're going to get to eating.
Get that bad boy out of there.
It's good golden brown.
All
right.
Looking good, man. I can't wait to get my big paws on that.
Got a little fork here, right around the edges. You'll see, good and crispy. Show you a little something about these cast irons. I love them. Look at that, it just pulls right away. Good and
That's
seasoned.
awesome, man.
All right, magic time. Now, there ain't nothing pretty about this. When you're sitting around deer camp, you don't care what it looks like. Normally, I like to eat with my eyes. But we're just gonna get right in here, get some of this out, and we're gonna plop it on the plate. See that cornbread soaks that up?
Oh, son.
Oh yeah. I didn't do you a very pretty job there, but you know what? It's gonna eat just fine.
You just let me know when I can get me a
You
bite,
get
son.
on it. I'm gonna get me some here.
I'm about to get all over it. It's like a spider monkey.
Spider monkey. All right. Now, you braver than I am. That's fresh out the oven. Look at the steam coming off that.
Doesn't matter, son.
Professional.
Professional. My palate is professional. Excellent,
It don't
man.
get any better than that.
Awesome job, man.
I can't wait to see what you got cooking for us.
Hey, folks, thank you for tuning in. He's going to let you know where you can find that recipe. I'm going to get busy over here on this food.
We'll have a recipe online for you.
Herd Guard presents The Fighting Block and Buck on a String. Super Deer Attractants Trophy Box Fight Over. Herd Guard has a unique blend of super attractants combined with 24 vitamins and minerals that deer crave and can't resist. Scientifically designed to attract and hold that trophy deer on your property. Log into www.herdguard.com. Herd Guard, attracting Trophy Box.
Blue Water LED, high-performance lighting systems that will stand up to anything in the extreme outdoors.
Before experiencing it, you won't know dependability. Unless you've drawn it, you haven't felt smooth. Until you shoot it, you've yet to be this accurate. The Matthews Creed. Rethink your possibilities.
This segment of Lights Out Outdoors is brought to you by Bodyguard 360.
Folks, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the cooking episode, and if you get an opportunity, try to make that dish. It turned out excellent. Now we're going to switch gears and we're going to watch Jason McKinley take down a real nice spring turkey.
I tell you what, the first couple of days, it was normal springtime hunting for us. About day 3, things changed, got nasty with the weather. So let's go to Spencer County and check it out.
Yesterday, it was almost 80 degrees, and it is snowing this morning. April 15th.
We got snowfall. Amazing. 2 days ago, it was 80 degrees. We're just getting finalized, set up in the blind. I've got the decoys set out, and I got a hen beside the blind already.
believe that? He never even knew I was there.
Blue Water LED, high performance lighting systems that will stand up to anything in the extreme outdoors.
This segment of Lights Out Outdoors is brought to you by Badlands Backpacks.
Folks, welcome back. If you're just now joining us, we got Jason McKinley on a real nice spring turkey hunt in Spencer County. It's just now starting to heat up, so let's get back to the action.
Got him that time. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. Snowfall on the ground in the state of the bluegrass in Kentucky. Let's go over and get this rampage because we know it went straight through him. We watched it on the video. I probably should have waited, but I wanted to be safe. Go get this bird. Folks, it's a little wet and nasty this morning. Got the snowfall on the ground here in the state of Kentucky. Shot the old rampage at him through the Matthews helium. I hit the bird, but just the way he was acting, I wasn't sure that I hit him good, so I went ahead and finished him off with the shotgun. I am tickled. I'd like to thank Mr. Owen for letting me hunt here. Very respectful man. I respect him, and Jesse Owen, I don't know what to say, buddy. Thank you. Woo! Lights out, baby.
Folks, that was a great job Jason McKinley did there on killing that nice turkey. Now, one thing, David, what was he doing?
I don't know. I saw him use a Badlands backpack. Who puts a turkey in a Badlands backpack?
Apparently Jason McKinley does.
And then pull it out and try to make it look pretty after it's been stuffed in a backpack. He pulls it out, and I'm like, what is he doing?
I don't know. And then he puts it back in his truck like nothing ever happened.
I know. Like, you know, we're not worried about the feathers. Let's go.
Right. That's Jason McKinley for you, folks. I tell you what. One thing we really want to stress this year is we're going to be at the Outdoor Expo August the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. It's in Lexington, Kentucky at the Altera Horse Park.
Yep.
I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of people there. Come by and see us, say hi to us. We really appreciate meeting our fans. We're going to have shirts and hats there. We'll have a huge giveaway, folks. We're not going to try to spoil it right now.
Nope, not yet.
But it's going to be a monster giveaway. So make sure you come by our booth and ask us what the giveaway is.
Yep.
Folks, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Lights Out Outdoors is sponsored by Extreme Archery, Ridge Rocker Turkey Calls, Badlands Packs, Bodyguard 360, Millanova Winery, Motion Camera Arms, Blue Water LED, Matthews, Black Eagle Arrows, SRB Field Rest, Sherwin-Williams, Covert, M&L Deer Processing, and Altera.
Folks, I'm Jason McKinley, crew staff.
Folks, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the...
Will you start over? He did a funny face.
I was getting a professional look.
Say his spring turkey hunt.
That's what threw me off.
I can say whatever you want. Folks, welcome back.
He's staring at the ceiling.
I already clapped. Why am I clapping?
Well, since you had to clap, it's only appropriate.
That's not quite information to share.
I was looking through the footage. Puts an entire turkey in the backpack. Carries a turkey in the backpack.
Oh my God.
Teach our kids about our way of life. Teach them how to hunt, fish, skin a deer with a buck knife. Everything we do out here is what we love. And remember, it all came from a man up above. Spending our days living off this land. The good Lord put it here with a touch of his hand. Just begging to get back out in the wild some more. It's not a hobby, it's a way of life. Lights Out Outdoors.